I'd like to go over how to do resampling using the GRASS tools now. We have our two DEMs displayed here, the 3 meter valley 3 and the 9 meter valley 9. And our first step to combine these two is to resample the 9 meter to a lower, smaller cell size or higher resolution. And I can do that here in the GRASS tool. So in my toolbox, down in the list, below all the QGIS tools and GTOL tools, there should be a GRASS tool set that's part of the standard distribution. If I left-click on this little caret, it shows me the options of some categories. And if I left-click on the raster and scroll on down, I can find this rresamp.interp. That's a resampling interpolation. So if I double left-click on that, I get a window here that allows me to identify the input raster. Now it's the Valley 9. I'm going to use a bilinear interpolation. You should know what that is from the readings in the GIS Fundamentals. I want to set the area that I'm going to use as my extent, and I'll choose that from the Valley 9 here. It's probably off the scale there. It gives you the coordinates for the corners, and I want to set the cell size rather than the default to 3. I'll come down here and I'll save it to a given file, and I'll call this something like val9 rs or resamp, something like that, and save it, resam in this case. And then I'll go ahead and run it, and you'll get this run window. Now the goofy thing about the run window is that sometimes you get these red error messages that will not really be errors. It's always good to see what those are. Here I have to find the log. It's in the back here. It tends to hide things. So here's the log, and it shows this error. Well, it can't set the color table or something. Now it's like, well, is that really an error? If I look then at the data, here it is, the resampled data. It shows that it loaded up and it seems okay. And if I right click on it and look at the properties, I can look in here in the information and see that, yeah, it's a 3 meter set. And it seems to cover the same area, so it worked. So that's how the resampling goes. You always want to investigate those red error or problems that sometimes get listed, but often they're just warnings and not fatal errors that change the data. So here I have then the resample data, and I can go to my next step of trying to combine them. GRASS is a large set of tools. It's worthwhile if you do much raster processing, especially in QGIS, to learn what these tools do. Take a look and poke around through them. We'll introduce a few in this and subsequent videos.